Hello, this is Scotty. Welcome to Grafted.branch.ministry. I wasn't planning on doing another video today. I was actually relaxing, watching a different channel on YouTube, and I had heard that Pope Francis came out yesterday and said that there wasn't a hell. Now, I didn't believe it at first. I went and researched it, and it turns out that it is true. Anyways, I think it's funny that I just did a message on righteous indignation of God, and then Pope Francis came out and on Resurrection Weekend at the season of Passover for the Jews and says that there isn't such a thing as hell. Now, in Matthew chapter 23, verse 15, it states, "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye compass sea and land to make one proselyte, and when he is made, ye make him twofold, more the child of hell than yourselves. Woe unto you, ye blind guides, which say, Whosoever shall swear by the temple." Vatican thinks that it's the only true church in the world. It's actually the biggest false church in the world. "It is nothing, but whosoever shall swear by the gold of the temple, he is a debtor. Ye fools and blind, for whether is greater than gold, or the temple that sanctifieth the gold?" Down in verse 23, "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye pay tithes of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the others undone. Ye blind guides, which stain at a gnat and swallow a camel." Jesus here is just laying into the Pharisees of old, and there's no difference. They want to call themselves the priests of the world today. There's no more such thing as a priest. Jesus is our high priest, we read in Hebrews. Okay, now we're going to skip down. In verse 33, it states, "Ye serpents, ye generation of vipers, how can ye escape the damnation of hell?" Hell is a true thing. Don't be fooled. If you're part of that papist religion of Roman Catholicism, get out of it. It's getting worse and worse by the day. Over in 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 13, or I'll read verse 4 real quick. "For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not preached, or if ye receive another spirit which we have not received, or another gospel which we have not accepted, ye might well bear with them." Like I said already, get out of it. If it's false and it's proven false over and over again, don't be built up on your pride and puffed up and stay in it because it's your family tradition or you've been going to the church for so long. If it's false, get out of it. You're dooming yourself. Now, over in verse 13, it says, "For as much are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed into ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works." I wonder what end it is talking about. Could it be hell? Yeah. If you watch that other study I just uploaded earlier today, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, back in John chapter 15, verse 18, it states, "If the world hated you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. Now, I read that passage because if there's something that's in great popularity, if it's being proclaimed throughout news and everything in the world loves it, and you got this guy that's rolled around in a car with all this bulletproof glass, and he's rolled through the streets of Rome, and everybody cheers him on, and this and that. If the world loves it, then it's of the world. It just sickens me that we're living in such an apostate state, and there's so many people that are fooled. Don't be one of them. Don't be fooled. Please get out of that religion if you are part of it. Don't fall for the practice of man. Stick to the word of God. There is such a thing as hell. Not as Pope Francis says that. No. He's working the agenda of the devil, clearly. In 2 Timothy chapter 7, for God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. And then over in 1 Corinthians 14:33, and I'm going to end this here. We read, for God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. Now the saints are the saved people. A saint is not somebody that was dead many years ago, as the Roman Catholic Church says. Now, I encourage you to spread this video. Get it to anybody that you know is a Roman Catholic. Let them know what their leader, the Pope, has said. And, well, you'll know which side of the line they stand on, and if they are doomed to hell or not, rather they believe it. I hate to say it that way. It sounds very not kind, but there is a righteous indignation in God. If you haven't watched that video, please do. Share it around. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day. Happy Resurrection Weekend, by the way, again.